Hello and welcome to the lecture on industry applications. I am happy to have you in this lecture. The objective of this lecture is to help you understand industry applications in detail. So without wasting another moment, let's dive deep into the subject. In this lecture, we are going to talk about how different industries use Boomi in real life. This topic is extremely important because every industry have different problems, different systems, and different expectations from the technology. Even though Boomi is a single unified enterprise platform, every industry uses it differently depending on their challenges, whether it's patients' data in healthcare, product inventory in retail, risk and compliance in banking, or production operation in manufacturing. By the end of this lesson, you'll clearly understand why Boomi is used across so many industries and how its integration, automation, API, data and workflow capabilities come together to solve industry-specific problems. Okay, so let's begin. First, let's look at the healthcare industry applications. So healthcare is one of the biggest users of integration platform because the industry deals with patient data, medical records, insurance information, and diagnostic systems, all of which must talk to each other. And typical challenges in healthcare is healthcare uses multiple systems such as EHR, EMR, lab systems, pharmacy systems, billing, and insurance portals. And these systems rarely speak the same language. Data exchange must follow strict standards like HL7, FHIR, or X2L insurance EDI. The manual work basically leads to patients' delays and errors. And it's a strict compliance and a data privacy are basically very critical in the healthcare industry. How Boomi helps? Boomi provides healthcare graded connectors. It has ability to integrate HL7, FHIR, and EDI documents. It has APIs for patient data access, data quality and master data to ensure patient records are accurate, the workflow automation for patient onboarding and the care processes. Here is a real world example. Imagine a patient walked into hospital for lab test. So without integration, the reception manually enters the patient info. The lab technician re-enters the same details. Doctor receives the report through an email or a print. With Boomi, the patient details created in the main EHR automatically flows into the lab information system. The lab results are instant sent back to the doctor system. The billing is automatically generated. The insurance claim document basically are exchanged seamlessly. So this reduces waiting time, manual errors, and improves the patient experience. The next industry is the retail industry applications. So retailers operate in an extremely fast environment. Inventory is moving, prices are changing, online orders keep coming, and then customer experience are very high. So the typical challenges in retail industry is basically multiple channels. They have online store, physical store, mobile apps, and marketplaces. So inventory must be updated in real time. The ERP, POS system, warehouse system, and logical systems often operates independently. The return or refund process need to be accurate. Supplier and product data may be inconsistent. How Boomi helps? Boomi provides real-time integration between online stores like Shopify, Magento, or ERP, SAP, Oracle, NetSuite. It automates the inventory synchronization, the API gateways to expose product data to external channels, EDI capability for supplier communication, workflow automation for return management. What is a real-world example? Consider a customer placing an order online for a shirt. So without integration, the stock shows available online but may not be available in the warehouse. The customer gets ordered cancelled later, right? And the bad customer experience will happen. So with Boomi, the inventory from warehouse is synced instantly to Shopify. Once order is placed, Boomi updates ERP, logistics, and shipping providers. And customer also receives shipping details automatically. If customer returns the item, the refund workflow is handled through a Boomi flow. So Boomi ensures that retailer deliver accurate, fast, and seamless service across all the channels. Next is the banking and financial services industries. So banking and financial institutions deal with some of the most complex system landscape, strict regulations, and heavy data processing requirements. A typical challenges is basically legacy core banking system still in use. A new digital banking app requires a real-time API. Heavy compliance requirement for KYC, AML, and audits. Huge volume of customer transaction and account data. and the security must be top notch in the banking and financial services. Let's look at how Boomi helps. The Boomi supports secure, governed integration between core banking and digital channels. It has API management to create secure banking APIs. It handles real-time customer onboarding workflows for KYC and AML. It has automated loan processing and notification. It integrates with credit bureaus, payment gateways, and also wallets. So what is a real-time example? Let's say a customer applies for personal loan through a bank's mobile app. So without integration, the application moves manually from one department to another. Verification will take days and customer get delay response. And with Boomi, the app data is sent directly to the core banking. The KYC documents are validated through API calls. The credit score pulled automatically. Risk scoring system checks eligibility. The customer receive loans approve status quickly. So Boomi helps bank reduce processing time, improve customer experience, and maintain the compliance. Let's look at the manufacturing and the supply chain industry. The manufacturing companies depend heavily on supply chain accuracy, production planning, and partner collaboration. And what are the typical challenges that they have? They have to maintain ERP and the MES system, manufacturing execution system, and supplier portals and the warehouse systems. They need real-time visibility of the raw materials, production, and the stock levels. They have heavy partner communication with suppliers and distributors. The EDI documents for purchase order, invoice, shipment, notices, all this has to be exchanged. There are legacy systems on the plant floor as well, which is the manufacturing. How Boomi helps? Boomi enables integration of ERP between SAP, Oracle, NetSuite with the MES systems. The real-time data flow from factory equipment to the enterprise apps. The EDI document exchange with suppliers, inventory and production update across the systems, workflow automation for quality checks and product release. What is a real world example? A factory needs to produce 1000 units of a product. Without integration, the production team doesn't know exactly the raw material availability. The purchase orders to supplier happens late and the production delay occurs. So with Boomi, ERP shares the stock update with MES system. MES notifies ERP when raw materials fall below the threshold. The Boomi triggers an automated purchase order through EDI to supplier, and the supplier confirmation flows back automatically. This improves the supply chain reliability and reduces production delays. So in conclusion, you see across all industry that we talked about, healthcare, retail, banking, and manufacturing, the challenges may look different, but the core need remains the same. Systems must talk to each other, data must be accurate, processes must be automated, and APIs must be secured, and operations must be scalable. That is exactly where Boomi becomes a strategic platform, because every industry uses to modernize, automate and simplify the way information flows across their systems. In the next lecture, we'll explore more real-time scenarios, migration patterns, hybrid landscapes, and compare Boomi with other iPaaS solutions. Okay, so let's move forward. I hope now you're familiar with industry applications. Well, that's the end of the session, so I'll wrap it up. By now, you should be able to explain industry applications in your own terms. Thank you so much for your attention and listening till the end. I wish you a fantastic day. Bye and take care.